President Duterte's administration is preparing several activities that would make more people aware and have basic understanding of the fast-growing Association of Southeast Asian Nation region. During Thursday's kickoff press briefing of the ASEAN 2017 at the Malacañang Palace, PCOO Secretary Martin Andanar said the government would launch ASEAN 2017 with the theme, "We are partners for change, engaging the world" at Davao SMX Convention Center in Davao City. Now, he said only 81% of the 630 million people of the ASEAN have heard about the ASEAN, but only 24% have a basic understanding of what it is and its purpose.
It is the role of PCOO to communicate to the public by persuasive and creative executions made accessible to all through various mediums and channels. Number one, a people-oriented and people-centered will prioritize health and nutrition for ASEAN citizens and the social protection of women, the elderly, and disabled. We will also focus on the rights of our migrant workers and how we can ensure that they will not be exploited or mistreated. Peace and stability. All the ASEAN members work together to keep the peace, to stop the proliferation of illegal drugs and terrorism. Number three, maritime security and cooperation ensures we protect our seas and the citizens who depend on it. Our fishermen and individuals who use these waters must be able to enjoy their rights and perform their tasks without feeling insecure about their safety. Due to the importance of shipping and seaborne trade in the region, we will need to conduct a series of workshops and dialogues to strengthen maritime security and cooperation. Number four, inclusive, innovation-led growth means promoting entrepreneurship, especially micro, small, or medium enterprises. We will help employees become business owners, while our businessmen are encouraged to go digital in order to compete globally. Number five, resilient ASEAN. We know that storms, droughts, and other natural catastrophes are impossible to prevent. But if we boost our region's contingency capabilities and risk management programs, we can make ASEAN disaster resilient and adaptable to climate change. Number six, ASEAN, a model of regionalism, a global player. We are stronger together. Our unity gives us better influence in addressing critical issues that serve the world.
Well, first, through the economic front, a stronger ASEAN economy.
Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Enrique Manalo said the Duterte administration would host around 100 meetings, including the two ASEAN leader summits in April and in November in select cities and regions of the country. Manalo said the issue on the disputed South China Sea was included in the agenda of the ASEAN summit. He also stressed, however, that the Hague-based ruling on the contested waters would not be discussed because that was already part of the law. Manalo said the government was mainly focused on coming up with a framework for the code of conduct for the South China Sea by the end of the year.
No, the issue of the South China Sea, of course, is in the agenda of the ASEAN. In fact, we will be undertaking ongoing work throughout the year, focusing on the unfinished code of conduct for the South China Sea and the declaration of the code of conduct, the principles of the code of conduct. In fact, one of our main goals this year, in cooperation with China, not only Philippines, but ASEAN and China, is to try and arrive at a framework for the code of conduct for the South China Sea by the end of the year. That will be one of our main priorities. And I think all of this work will be consistent with the environment that we're now facing in the South China Sea on how we can address the disputes, not only the Philippines, but our other members of ASEAN as well. So I think definitely that will be an issue before us during our chairmanship.